Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and we have Martin back here with us for his second visit. And we actually did a video on his first visit. He came in here with low back pain, right sacroiliac joint pain, pain down in his right thigh, all the way down into his lower leg and ankle with numbness and tingling in his foot. He has a herniated disc at L5, lower thoracic pain, and also neck pain and headaches. And the only thing that's bothered you, any at all, is that L5 vertebra down there, right?
Everything else you fixed, yeah.
Everything else has been better after just one visit. So we're going to check him out for you and show you a follow-up. Let's have you flex your head forward and backwards for me, Martin. And then neutral. Yep. See, you're still just a little forward and to the right. You see that in the mirror?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's really your number one enemy, and all of you out there watching, that's most everyone's number one problem is forward head posture. Text neck, you get that a lot from texting all the time or working on the computer all the time.
How'd you know?
Also from the way you sleep, a lot of people sleep like this or have their heads propped up on big old pillows. Yep. Okay, so the thing that we got Martin the most relief from the very first time was this ring dinger.
Yep.
Let's lay you down here.
All right.
There we go. Alright, this one in there tight. Yep, make sure you have your shirt in there. Perfect. Okay, let me raise your legs up. Now somebody asked a question on one of our YouTube videos. Do I just haul off and use as much strength on every one of these as I can? And the answer to that is absolutely not. I feel, just like an adjustment, you feel, this is the art of the adjustment. You feel the joint play and the joint range of motion. So long as you're staying within the, okay, let this all relax out. There you go. Now see, that moved all the way down to the bottom without overstretching or spraining his ligaments. It's just like an adjustment. You bring it to tension and then you hit it and it goes through the paraphysiological space, and that's where you hear the nitrous gas bubble explode, which is cavitation. You can look all this up. I'm not just using big words to impress you. Okay, let's have you come over here on your tummy now, Martin.
All right.
That's really the thing that separates chiropractors from average ones to really good ones, is their experience and their natural abilities to adjust. I've been an athlete all my life and been in martial arts most of my life since I was 13 in martial arts. Got my first black belt at 19. That actually made me a better chiropractor because I know how to break the joints. So then you also know where to come up short of that. And that's also the reason that most people come to see us, is because their family or friends or coworkers refer them in here because they've had a very positive experience with us, or they've read our reviews online. We have all 5-star Google reviews. For Advanced Chiropractic Relief. There we go. That's perfect. See, now this too, I'm not just jumping on him. I'm bringing the joints to tension and then using a high velocity, low amplitude thrust into the facet lines or the joint planes that puts those vertebrae or pelvic bones in a better biomechanical alignment with the adjacent bone. For instance, the sacroiliac is made up of the sacrum in the center and the ilii on each side, or the ilium on one side, therefore sacroiliac joint, and it runs at a 45 down through here. So when I'm adjusting his left SI joint, you notice my line of drive is down and at a 45-degree angle, and that's sliding that joint into place. I use this much more frequently than I do that lateral roll, lumbar roll adjustment, because a lot of times people get ligamentous instability if they get their lumbar spines twisted too much, or their sacroiliac joints twisted too much with that side posture lumbar roll, and then they gotta feel like they gotta do it all the time. And if you've ever been to the chiropractors that do that, you probably know what I'm talking about. We get a lot of patients that have been to other chiropractors. They come here after watching our videos, slide down this way a little bit, because they know I don't do that. And a lot of people have actually been hurt worse by doing that. Not all, but there are different adjusting techniques. I use a mixture of Palmer Package, BioPhysics, Thompson, Gonstead, Pure Stillwagon, Diversified. Yeah, I'll get one more here. That's the sacrum on this side. I can get this one popped up. Yep, right there. Okay. Now, legs should be exactly even. They are. They stay even. Did that hurt at all?
Just a little bit of tender in the lower back, but
right there?
Way better than before.
Right there? Mm-hmm. See, he's still got that L5 vertebrae slipped backwards just a little bit, so I'm coming straight P to A, right on L5, but I'm bringing it to tension first, and then hitting it. There we go. Let's try that same thing again. Tell me if this one feels any different to you.
Yeah, it does.
Is that easier?
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Now I'm going to adjust his cervical spine, P to A as well, putting the cervical curve back into a forward cervical lordosis. There. Yes, sir. Okay, let's turn you on your back now. One more here, Mark. That's it. Now slide down this way a little bit. That's good. That's too far. Right there. And put your arms out to the sides. Now I'm adjusting his AC joints, his sternoclavicular joints, and his costosternal joints anteriorly. Which, if the vertebrae in the mid-back, the thoracic spine, are misaligned, that's a costovertebral subluxation. But if they get misaligned back there, they're also going to get misaligned up front in the costosternal area. And those are called costosternal subluxations. There we go. Good. Yes, sir. Let's sit you up now and face out the window. Actually, face toward Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
When I adjust extremities, it's called extraspinal adjusting, because it's outside the spine in the extremity joints. So are the ribs, for that matter, and the clavicle, the AC joint. This one is addressing the glenohumeral joint bilaterally, which helps people that have labrum tears and rotator cuff tears. There we go. There we go. Good. There we go. There it is right there. Good. Okay, let's stand you up here in front of the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
See, I also know when I get them and when I don't get them just by the joint play. Let's have you flex forward and backwards for me again, Martin. Now that was better range of motion. Look right, you're right down the middle right now.
Yeah, am I?
Yes, sir. Well, you're not forward to the right anymore. I'm going to bring that straight up and back. I'm adjusting the atlas on the x-axis with this atlas specific adjusting instrument. This stimulates the cerebellum remember this postural bioconfiguration. Okay, flex you forward and backwards again. This should feel smoother.
Oh yeah, way smoother.
Yep, take a look in the mirror now.
Oh,
Right down the middle.
Takes me a while.
So
to
Martin,
figure it out,
would you
but
share with our YouTube audience what brought you here in the first place?
just the videos, and I just saw how thorough you were in all your patients, and I just compared to my experience before with another chiropractor.
Because you've been to other chiropractors,
Yes,
right?
and this is by far. I mean, I could tell the difference right away. I mean, I was in let's say a lot more pain this time around when I came to see a chiropractor again.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas before, it took me about 5 or 6 visits before I can feel
Even
some sort of
feel
difference.
difference.
But I mean, after my first visit here, it was like on the dot.
That's why they call us Advanced Chiropractic Relief.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for sharing your story with
No
us
problem.
again, Martin. This is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. Come see us. We'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.